We told you a lot about the vaccine makers preparing new batches of their vaccine to deal with Omicron, the variant. Dr. Frank Contessessa joins me now. Doctor, can we vaccinate our way out of COVID?
Well, to this point, I think not. We've had the same vaccines going for quite a while now. And as the variants have come out, we've had Delta, which the vaccines showed diminishing efficacy to. And now we have Omicron, which is showing more mutations than even Delta did. And I think the current batch of vaccines will show even less effectiveness than they did against Delta.
So what should we do about it, Doctor? What should we do about it?
Sure. Well, this is going to be a problem going forward because the virus will continue to mutate and will continue to evade whatever the vaccine makers throw at us. So it becomes an arms race. And we're looking at a continuous line of shots after shots after shots. Listen, the vaccine has its place, and it's been effective at preventing serious illness and death for the most at-risk populations. But what we have to do is to take a more multifactorial approach, and we have to look at early treatment. And there are some things on the horizon coming out from a couple of companies. Pfizer and Merck both have drugs coming out. Initial data is promising, but it's drug company data, so we have to take it with a grain of salt. But it is promising early on. And there's also some off-the-shelf drugs that are showing some promise, too. There's one called fluvoxamine, which is an antidepressant class of drugs, same class as Prozac, that a lot of people are familiar with, and a lot of other drugs that have shown some promise, too. But there may be other drugs sitting on the shelf that may show activity, too, and there's been a couple of promising ones out there.
What I hear is that we've really got to learn to live with this. That's the way it's going to be. We have to learn to live with it.
Stuart, you're exactly right. It's not going away.
One last question, if I may. After older people, in their 80s, late 80s, for example, after that group, are obese people the next most vulnerable group?
100%. I might even say, Stuart, that the obesity outranks even the age, because I've had elderly patients who were of healthy weights do just fine, and I've had younger patients who were overweight and obese do worse. And I've kind of used the line before where if you really want to save lives from COVID, let's put America on a diet. I'd love to see resources, sort of the resources that we used for Operation Warp Speed, to show people how to live a healthier lifestyle, become a healthy weight. Let's put people on a diet.
Well, I've been on a diet, but I broke it over Thanksgiving. But that's just I shouldn't.
You're allowed to do that, Stuart. That's okay.
Doctor, thanks for being here. We appreciate it. We'll see you again soon. Thanks a lot.
Thanks for having me, Stuart.